Unbelievable. Before this, you could never last more than 10 seconds against me. And yet, she's then interrupted. What's unbelievable is your mediocre swordsmanship. Our boy is shown just terrorizing this poor girl as he begins to unload hit after unanswered hit, hitting her in the face, sending her flying across the arena, dashing at her while she tries to get up, disarming her as she gets swatted so hard it leaves her airborne, back arched like a banana. Onlookers in the crowd watch on in this humiliating defeat. Wasn't Seria virtually undefeated, even against fourth-year students? Yeah, and Ian won against someone like that? Aren't you even a little suspicious? You made a move at every little opening I showed, didn't you? Without even realizing that it was all a trap. Out of everyone, just why did I have to fight someone who's in the same class as me? It would have been fine even if I were up against someone I could beat. But I'm fighting the Academy's unbeatable student, Seria Yerdina. Ian, call it a quits while you still can and surrender. But that Seria sure is persistent. For real. Like, she lost miserably, but she won't even accept it. The professor always covered for her because she's strong, but I bet this totally bruised her pride. Yeah, even I would have felt ashamed. We'll now begin the match. Quiet everyone. Remember, this match serves as a substitute for our class, so this will be reflected in your grades. Damn you, evil spirit. You should have at least dealt with things before disappearing. You just did whatever you wanted and then just dipped. What am I supposed to do with that? Losing a few marks in this class won't be a big hit for her. However, if I fail this class, I'll end up a neat living with my parents. All right, I just need to hold out until she's satisfied. Hopefully 10 minutes will be enough. And with that said, within the first second of the fight, Seria is on that ass. Swinging her sword with a vengeance, she cuts the air with a light blue streak from the left to the right side of her body, leaving Ian flying meters into the air, flailing his legs and arms as if he's trying to run through the air away from this girl, eventually landing on the ground so hard that it damn near knocked the wind out of our boy. Gasping for air, he has come to the realization that he's screwed. He's not even going to last a minute with this girl, much less 10. He'll be lucky he doesn't end up in the damn hospital. But he knows if he gives up now, that girl would never accept it. I have to hold out a little longer. He says it's my turn now, bitch. Seria just says, do whatever you want, boy. He dashes forward as his body is covered in a red aura, streaks of energy left in his wake. Eyes glowing yellow, he leaps into the air to perform an aerial attack, cocking back his sword. While midair, he comes to realize that his body is feeling lighter for some reason. Just what the hell happened when his body was possessed? Ian, thinking to himself, my body is moving exactly as I want it to. Seeing all of this, puts a smirk on Seria's face. Just then, as if an adrenaline rush just hit, her eyes begin to glow blue. Menacing energy surrounds the area where she stands. Whack! Seria disarms Ian, who is left mouth wide open. Boom! To the midsection of Ian's body. Our boy on his hands and knees, Seria standing over him says, so you didn't show me that opening on purpose? Yet last week, you brushed me aside so effortlessly like you were just toying with me. Last week this, and last week that. I'm going to lose my shit if I hear that one more time. And whose fault do you think it is that I ended up the laughingstock of the whole school? Seria leaps into the air, both hands clutching her sword, is about ready to take Ian's head off with this one swing. As her blade comes down, Ian lifts up his sword in order to block her oncoming attack, is thinking that there's no doubt about it. Both his kinetic vision and reaction speed has improved. I should be a match for her now. Seria then pulls out the Elden Ring Millennium move, which sends our boy, yet again, crashing into the ground hard. She's going to dash in and swing from the side. Next, it will come from below. The next one will be from the front. Or, at least, that's what it looks like, but it's actually a continuous assault. It's a pain, but I'm somehow keeping up. Still, why does she make so many unnecessary moves? Ian, trying to catch his breath, is a bit shaken up. Seria is then heard saying, don't charge in just because you see an opening. Assume it's a trap. Isn't that what you told me last week, Ian? That's why I asked for a rematch. But you're doing awful. Isn't it about time you get serious, Ian? I see. While my strength has certainly grown, she isn't the same as last time either. Thanks to all that shit-talking possessed Ian said to her last week, she's making more unnecessary movements. The echoing sound of the battle between Ian and Seria ring across the courtyard. Seria's fighting prowess is shown, and Ian is doing just a little bit better as the fight goes on. Continuing to move forward, Ian is trying his best to go blow for blow with her. The goal for him isn't to beat her, it's to last at least 10 minutes, remember? Alright, I've gone toe-to-toe with her equally for long enough now. If I call it quits now, she won't be able to say anything. Good. Now that you've finally gotten serious, it's time for me to show you what I can do too. This is it, my chance to check out. If Ian doesn't get up in 5 seconds, Sierra wins. The possession and the duel with the top student, they've been the most unbelievable things that have ever happened in my life. The teacher counts 1. Still, I've done what I had to do to make amends. I have to become a normal person again. The teacher counts 2. Seria says, you took that hit on purpose just now, didn't you? The teacher counts 3. Seria continues, don't think you can just bitch out of this one like that, Ian. I'll just request another duel if you end things like this. Even if you refuse or skip class or whatever, I will challenge you again and again, until you have a taste of the same humiliation I felt. I'm struggling like hell right now for something I don't remember doing. Are you really treating me like an arch nemesis just because I messed with you for a week? Ian, if you want to withdraw, you should do it now. How about it? Do you want to stop? No. I can still go on. Fine. Then the duel will continue. Get ready, both of you. Good boy. We couldn't just let this end like that. Glowing in red aura, our boy says, I can't run away now. I'm gonna rip that shitty pride of yours to pieces again today. For some reason her fingers bother me in this picture. Ian, standing there, doesn't seem to be even moving into a defensive stance. Eyes glowing yellow. He's determined to finish what possessed Ian started. He reaches out and grabs Seria's sword with his bare hands. If it wasn't a wooden sword, he would have to get a hook for his left hand. Let's be real. No way. He just grabbed my sword. They both stand there locking eyes. He then says, like a Chad, gotcha bitch. Okay boys, story time. This is the first letter, page 2. Every time we do, we think of what we've accomplished. Protecting the world and becoming heroes. I thought it was a vain story from a fairy tale I read as a child, and sometimes I still think it's all a dream that our names were engraved on the pages of that book. It's all thanks to you. No, it's just as you said. It may be thanks to all of us.